our acting secretary for information, and I'm happy that this afternoon the world has been schooled to understand the reason why people in this country ended up waging struggle against capitalism or imperialism. And I must thank Vachinamasa very much for telling the British exactly what happened. I will not repeat his statement because I represent here the reaction of the people of Zimbabwe against what the party has observed and representing the people of Zimbabwe. You want to understand that ZANU-PF is a political party that was formed as a result of colonialism, as a result of slavery at that time. And the answer was the people of Zimbabwe organized themselves. And you know the stages of nationalism until you get to the armed struggle. And it is the armed struggle generation that I belong. So, Vachinamasa said it very well, that the people of Zimbabwe, when they formed up a political party, they were quite aware that unless we take it upon ourselves to liberate ourselves, our detractors, our colonizers, will never ever offer freedom without loss of life and blood. And the ZANU-PF then have a revolutionary principle that we are our own liberators, and by that time, by direct confrontation. So when we got independence in 1980, by the way, I want you to also know that the veterans of the liberation struggle of this country are aware and alive to the fact that the Lancaster House Agreement was not an agreement. It was a strategic military retreat in order to allow the British and the Americans build up because they had been defeated by the forces of the liberation struggle. I personally participated in that. There is one single skill that you want to know is within all liberation forces, be it in South Africa, be it in Zimbabwe, Mozambique, or Namibia. We have the capacity to read the mind of the capitalists. We are able to tell what next they are going to do. And today I will tell you what ZANU-PF has done in order to counter their aggressive steps against our people. And hopefully, as we did before, victory is certain. After the liberation struggle, you want to understand, the frontline states and the secretaries of liberation movements meet every year in various countries. And in this country, we met in Victoria Falls sometime and agreed that we are no longer former liberation movements as we have been from now to 1980, and we retransformed ourselves to become liberation movements again. And that movement is being led as we speak by Zimbabwe. So what exactly we are doing is, in the wisdom of the political party, in the wisdom of the president of this country, a third wing was created at Goromonzo when we met, is it last year, and accepted that the war veterans have a say in the mainstream politics of this nation, make a contribution politically and economically. That's quite progressive. So we are in the process of structuring the war veterans to have provincial structures, district structures, and branch structures right down to the cell. In essence, it means the party has created a third wing. Flying high as it was, ZANU-PF from 1980, it is going to fly much higher now that the animal has three wings. And ZANU-PF is more challenging to their enemy in that those who defeated imperialism are back in the ring again. So we are going to do exactly that. And today, I am leaving on a program to Mashonaland West to put up an interim committee. That interim committee will be responsible of creating district structures and branch structures, and start to promote the ZANU-PF revolutionary principles as it was on the planning stage. So after that, I'll be going to Midlands and the rest of the country. So what I'm saying is that the war veterans are back again. When the president speaks, when the party speaks about anything that is supposed to be done in order to realize and be able to benefit from the freedom that we got after losing such much life, it has to be implemented and accepted. So we are living, we are doing that, and the ZANU-PF is in the process of recovering from the sanctions. Why? How? Let the British and the Americans be aware that when they do whatever they do against ZANU-PF, ZANU-PF also has something to do against them. I'm not going to say much, but the British and the Americans must be aware that we, as veterans of the liberation struggle, are going to return fire. I thank you.